my beautiful stars, reading time. I'm going to start with these little ones today. Okay, let's see what's going on. Main collective. All right. You could have just had something come in quite suddenly. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany. Maybe it created an upheaval, or it could have been something to create a transformation, especially when it comes to the heart space. Unconditional love. Maybe you've really been focusing on that self-love, that oneness within as well. Wow. And engagement. Some big energy, my angels. Hold on, let's get two more. Just on the fence if this has happened. Okay, one more. Okay. All right. These three are beautiful. This is nice, but the Right Collective, there's something here about feeling a little bit strung along, feeling like a bit of an option. So I can't see how this collective, you've just gotten engaged. Maybe, unfortunately, because this coffin energy, it's about endings, but how they bring new beginnings through growth, change, through certain transitions we make through life. I feel this collective, this might have more of a past tense thing, but this is still something that clearly lingers on your mind. Now this dating, getting back out there, planning, setting a date, even meeting someone new, I feel this collective, I feel this situation, and I always say these heartbreaks they're hard to go through. When someone promises you the world and you're on the path of really creating that permanent foundation, and all of a sudden something ends quite shockingly, and what you feel to be lack of explanation, lack of closure, not really understanding where it came from, it can really, really play on the mind for multiple years. Now, I feel this collective, you're getting to a point where I don't even want to say that you're feeling strung along, but I'm actually seeing this dating, getting back out there, as I feel this collective, you could have just met someone new and it's dragging up past emotion, past traumas that maybe you thought you were ready to date, but it's been quite confronting. Or I'm also hearing this collective, you could be at the point you're kind of sick of sitting in this emotion, and again, you're ready to kind of meet someone new. Now, I am hearing one more thing, because I had these paired here. If you did start dating someone, and again, you're feeling a little bit strung along by a new person, kind of ties into that first deviation. It could have just started dragging up a lot of past emotion. But this collective, I'm kind of more seeing this lightning bolt as a past tense thing for how this all happened and how you went through a coffin. And also, side note, I am hearing it as well, maybe when this all kind of came to the surface, I don't normally see kind of passing aways with this card, but you could have also lost quite a few things, and even someone near and dear to you at the time of this, and this person didn't show you any kind of support, or especially if you're on the path of this, even if it was a fur baby. But let's confirm. Okay, again, this is the main collective, so this is what's around your heart space, so don't make it fit. Lightning. We've got a few for lightning. Yeah. So this collective, you were definitely planning permanence. You thought you were sitting in stability here with this one. hold on. You could also have this lightning bolt coming in now. And if you haven't heard from this person for a while and all of a sudden you're going through nostalgia and you're reminiscing, maybe certain photos have popped up on your socials, or you know how some social media things do like a yearly recap, or I feel there's something that's been activated in this collective, especially if you had started dating again and it stirred up some emotion. But expression of love, you could have this lightning bolt on its way. Hold on, I've got to get this purple deck. You know me. Let's get deep. Okay, we're just going to pull 3 cards. If communicate, confession, or they'll be back comes out, that means there's movement this week with this lightning. If not, I'm assuming something's just happened here, and again, it's just dragged up heaps of emotion. Even if it was this person coming in wanting to plan, set a date, but you're really worried this is just another string along. Hold on. First row. Oh, you got date night and commitment. As we're saying, planning, setting a date. Okay. And there's that guardian angel. So the right collective, you definitely did lose someone. Oh, those two together. Lost pregnancy. That's my pairing for lost pregnancy. So you're one of my collectives. When this all fell apart, you, unfortunately, you either were in, you know, just had a termination, or you went through a miscarriage. I feel this has just come in and it's dragging up so much emotion for this collective. With date night, I think you're on the fence here. I'll get one more. You got the they'll be back. I'm on the fence with it. I feel for this collective, I genuinely am. I feel for some of you this has just happened, and I feel for some of you this could be a now reading. Let's get one more for this. Yeah, it's not the right time. Either way, this collective, you know something's not right emotionally because it's dragging up too much emotion. Now, the fact that there's they'll be back and you didn't get, like, if this is something you guys have been through, and again, for the right collective, it wasn't just a loss of a child, it was a broken foundation. I think this just affected so many areas of your life. Now, if this person has just popped up out of the blue with they'll be back, not communicate, or the confession, and it's just been something really simple like hey, or just a kind of little touch in, this collective, you know deep in your soul right now that you shouldn't be moving forward with this, and clearly for a reason, right? If you were feeling strung along and you were feeling like you deserve a lot more, that's your emotion already telling you, right? This is a tough one. However it's happened for this collective, it's shocking, and it's kind of put you on the back foot a little bit here, and I actually think you'd be extremely overwhelmed with this emotion. But let's separation. So it's bringing it all up again, and this is bringing up sadness. Again, there's another card of missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. I actually feel that's both of you. I think this collective, even though this is painful, you've got the unconditional love here. It's like, I think you're, it's like every fiber in your body is trying to hold on to strength because you don't want to go down this path again with this person. But I don't think it's easy for you. I think it's making you antsy. I think it's making you overwhelmed to have now questioning, thinking, unsure what way to go. Your poor little mind should be in havoc. And especially, this separation underneath this love, I think you really are trying to turn to that self-love, self-appreciation, and understanding your value here as well, right? The runner underneath the engagement. So hearing a couple things, again, it really confirms how this was left for you. But two, I actually think it could be them going over this. I genuinely feel this person is in as much anxiety as you are, especially with this first row here. Like, they're not silly. Let's get one more for that. Self-indulgence, shadow work, there's too many, but was that snakes? Oh, we want to hope not. Engagement ring, runner. Yeah, they like you. They like you. Romance is blooming in their heart again. Fun, flirting, wanting to date. Passion. This is about insane chemistry, liking each other equally. But this collective, like I said, it's not that you don't care. If anything, I think it's that you care too much. This love scares you now, right? Because of what you've been through. And wedding, stop it. So that is a huge confirmation of both deviations. And I actually think this person is kicking themselves. They're probably thinking, where would my life be? You are literally my collective that, I've got a couple of collectives here that lost everything. And now this person, hold on, I'm going to finish this. I just want to see what's going on in their life. Because if they're reflecting on where they would be right now, their life isn't all peachy. But that means if this person did just come in and touch the waters, and they're feeling this way, there's something here about they're embarrassed with their behavior. They'd be nervous. Oh gosh. So you got my hammer. So underneath this coffin, heart with a key. So even through all this pain, this person still had a key to your heart, vice versa, but you've got the hammer. So you're someone, you've gone through cycles with this person. There's been self-sabotage, there's been repetitive energy here. This says working on it. I don't think you've ever gotten to the point with this person on trying to work at it again. I think there's clearly been points this person's touched in since this, but if you're attached to a running kind of energy, it takes a long time to heal. And I don't think this person's good with emotion. I will confirm everything. All right, this someone new or dating again, but not wanting to feel strung along. No, they're being fussy. Oh, God. You got Cupid's arrow here. Either way, this says have faith, love is coming, right? The right love. You've got a Cupid's arrow around you right now. Look at all these heart with a key, love. Let's take this person's face away from. There is something brewing in your heart space. Okay, there's just a bit of hesitation here right now with... This smells like so much unfinished business for this collective. I just want one more quickly. That's that photos. So this person, it's what made me think I'm a little bit on the fence here. If this person's come in, this collective, you haven't budged. Because this person's spying, they're looking, they're lurking. If you guys were talking to each other, they wouldn't be bloody watching in the background, right? So if it has come in, this collective, like I said, I think it's taking you a lot of strength to put yourself first, but you were fighting that temptation. Now, if this person hasn't come in, oh, my angels, just be careful, because there's a reason I say everything. And if this person does appear, I think they're so ashamed about their behavior, but I don't think they're good with emotion. So I just can't see this person coming in with this big declaration and apology. If anything, they're going to touch the waters, because they know how much they've hurt you, right? And I don't think this collective that will fly with you anymore, especially because you've had hammer energy here. I'm going to try one more to see if communication or confession comes out, but I want to see what's going on tarot-wise with this person before we keep going. One more. Nah, spy. Double confirmation. This person's lurking. And I always say this isn't good energy, because it's a wounded feminine, if anything. Not even wounded masculine. It's wounded feminine. That is not a strong energy. When someone's locked in, like, there is no obstacle, there is nothing, there is no mountains that will not be moved if someone's locked in. This person's scared. I think they're scared that you've shut the door, but emotionally unavailable. Just be careful. Trust your body. One more. Oh, there it is. Maybe. This could be a very... I'm seeing my snowflake. At least you got this and not confession, because this one's about truly wanting forgiveness and to communicate, but and work it out. But I'm telling you right now, my angels, I love you to bits. This is not good. And I think this collective, again, if it hasn't happened, or even if you're in the midst of it, their approach is going to be so triggering for you that I don't even know if you'll get to the point where the lines open up, because deep down you know you deserve more. You don't want to have to lick someone's wounds and walk on eggshells because they're putting their trauma above your own anymore, right? Or I feel this collective, you're either always excessively nice or just excusing their behavior because of their trauma, not understanding how much it was affecting your trauma in the process, right? Is the reason I'm saying this. Hold on. Let's just get tarot to see what's going on for them. Then I'm going to get the universe's perspective on it all. Actually, do you know what we're going to do? First, I just want to see your perspective to really confirm this is yours. Their perspective on this situation, then we'll see what's going on in this person's life. I want to see how you see this person. Oh, that they're one big fat tower. That's how your soul is reading this person. So again, confirmation without lightning. The way this happened, it was shocking. It crumbled everything you had created. I always say, towers, some people it takes decades to get past this if they're not really understanding the power of why this is created. This tower, it's rickety. The foundation's shocking. So our spirit team, our creator, whoever you pray to, they give us sign after sign, intuition after intuition that something's not right. And when we continue to ignore that intuition for the sake of external attachment, companionship, external financial gain, whatever it is, even when our soul is telling us every day something doesn't feel right, if you have something very special you're meant to achieve in this world, and you have something blocking you that's rickety, soon as Archangel Michael blows his trumpet, I always say he is our protector, but he is our most painful angel, because the way he protects us is to remove what does not serve us. He clears our path. He creates destruction and storm to align us to the right thing. So this would have been so painful. And now when you view them, this is what you remember. The destruction, the pain, the red flags you ignored, right? Again, for the right collective, this wasn't not just walking away from you and, you know, in the midst of dating. This, you guys were building a foundation. The Right Collective, you lost a child together, right? And I don't think you've ever really, really taken time until probably now to actually understand what this person really did to you, because you were so blinded with the love and the lack of answers, right? 9 of Wands in reverse. You don't want to fight no more. You don't want to hold the line no more. You're starting to realize this overwhelms you. It doesn't make you feel good. It's out of control. This is your view on this person, right? You think this isn't worth it anymore. I need to retreat from this. It's really sad, and I say this I say this all the time. It doesn't baffle me because people's heart space and trauma. Someone can sit there day in and day out and crave and long and cry and have anxiety, craving for someone to come back that's done this. And it's so hard to see out of the fog. It's so hard to actually reflect and think, why am I sitting here pining after someone that put me through this? That in itself, there's a reason I'm saying this. It shows the trauma in your heart, and it shows that you yourself are emotionally unavailable because you're craving so much for someone that does not see you, which means you don't see yourself properly. This collective, you're starting to get it. You're starting to come out of your fog. And I always say as a reader, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. Maybe you've had this moment and thought, what's going on with me? Why could I want someone that could do this to me so easily? Is it my pride? Is it my ego? Is it because I wasn't chosen? It's this collective. You're reflecting on this in a far deeper way than you've ever seen it before. And there's a reason for it. I always say, especially if this part, it hasn't come in just yet. I always say, whatever we're going through emotionally, whatever a thought is in our mind and something big like this, it's preparing us for something. So if you've been sitting here in deep reflection about things, trust what you've been feeling. I always say this. You guys can find so much strength in silence, and you can find so much self-realization and even realization on the whole situation. But then poof, they pop up, and it's like everything you've just had to drag up and remember, ruminate on, it's like you forget in that moment. And this collective, the Right Collective, you are fighting every fiber of your being to push that temptation away. This is finding you for a reason, right? Just remember, you want to learn from the past. You're sick of not learning from the past. You're sick of doing it alone. You're sick of thinking there's third-party friction. You're sick of this uncommitted energy, right? Don't make this fit this collective. This is so important because there's a reason you're thinking this. Again, that hammer energy. You've been around this roundabout. This feeling like there's that lack of interest, feeling strung along. Who would want to crave someone like that? And I'm not saying that, I hope that that didn't come out right, sorry. But when you go into deep reflection, you need to ask that question to yourself, well, why am I craving this? But this day and age, everybody puts a label on it. They're my twin flame, they're my divine, they're my soulmate. It doesn't matter. I say this, do not put a label on it. It blinds you to the destruction. It blinds you to the pain. It blinds you to the trauma. If you are a real divine pairing, it's meant to drag up all your trauma to heal. So if you keep avoiding your trauma, you're prolonging your separation. The label is, do not put it on there. If you wouldn't let anyone else treat you this way, well, trauma, this has happened to the Right Collective in the past before, probably not to this extreme, but it doesn't matter if it's divine or not. The true twin journey is to align your soul, to find your sovereignty, to find that version of you that was lost before your trauma started to pile up. right? So the more you push it away, the more you don't self-reflect and ask these questions. Why? Why am I longing and crying over someone that does not see me? And I know that's tough to hear, but that's what you need to start healing. And I can see it now. It's your armored heart. You're emotionally unavailable. It feels safer for your soul to crave someone that can't love you because you don't want to go through it again. You need to heal it, right? And this collective, you're clearly getting there, which is beautiful. All right, let's see this person's perspective on this. Like, that is some heavy stuff. And again, biggest thing, you do not want to fight for this anymore. Do not make it fit. If you're sitting and pining, and like I said, I know this collective, you're having to find all that strength, but this is your focus. If this hasn't been your focus, this isn't your collective. Okay. This person. How they view you, this situation. Oh, Two of Cups. See, that middle row's them in that first deck. Because you're pulling away energetically. They don't know you're pulling away. It's not like, oh, they don't think about me anymore. I always say energetic chasing is just as bad as physical chasing. People do not understand the power of energy and that pull, right? They don't understand. When you are not in alignment and all you do is think and crave and this and that, especially if it is a soul connection to your contract, which majority of my 99% of you guys, if you watch me, I read Divine Love, right? Your souls are intertwined energetically. So the more you, in your mind, just and you're not seeing this, they don't know it, but you're pushing them away because you're not letting go of the frequency. You're not truly healing. This collective, you can see it. You're in, I'm going to say it, I feel you're in disgust. Like that's what I'm feeling, right? Now, they think you're in sync. They think you have a soul contract. They think you're equal. Come on. Sorry. No one, divine or not, no one deserves this. Veils or not. That's why you got to take the label away from it. Healing comes first, right? Internal unity. Internal. And P.S. that went between my rose quartz and my butterfly lady too. My willow tree. Self-love. Rose quartz. You could have just bought a rose quartz. Oh, God. Of course they would see you as this. Trump card. Strength. And they know they need strength. I said that at the start. This person doesn't have a brave heart. They don't have courage. Sorry, I'm surprised you didn't get Seven of Swords. Bit cowardly, this person, in the nicest way. But your compassion, your understanding, your kindness, oh gosh. So again, you've shown this person nothing but kindness. But they see your confidence, they see you in your personal power, they see your wise soul. You could actually be an influencer. Maybe this is how they spy on you. That's my influencer card. But in their mind, they don't see this hurricane within you. They think you've got control of your hurricane. They think you know how to control your emotion, how to direct it the right way. They would be thinking you're healed and look at this collective. Look what they've put you through. Which, what does that mean? I don't think you've ever really gotten to the nitty-gritty and told this person how they destroyed you, right? Don't make it fit. Because they think you're in control. Like of internal. Remember, female magician taming that ferocious lion. Not just sitting next to her, but within. Knowing how to guide that hurricane constructively with her magic. emotionally balanced. They don't see this within you, which means, and I see this a lot with divines, you wear the mask. I always say you have to be transparent, but when they come in, oh hi, because you're under the veil for so long, you need to unconditionally, it's this journey, duality, balance. It's not about being excessively nice and, all of this, meh, and then repressing all your emotion, repress, because you're letting this person walk all over you, and then state of explosion. It's got to have a balance, right? And this is why I say, take off the mask. How can you be excessively nice and accepting to someone that's done this, right? Right, collective, it would be like bing, bing, bing. But your infinite potential. So they're seeing you blossom, grow, and find strength externally, viewing in. You're my collective. Since this, even though destruction, tower, you started building a castle, and they had to bear witness to it, right? And I bet you this person's life, which we're going to get next, went to absolute... You got to remember they're thinking middle row. Where would my life be right now? Watch from the beginning. Oh, the heartbreak, the pain, the Three of Swords. So in deep reflection, where would my life be right now if I didn't run like a child? But they're still terrible with emotion, right? I don't want to speak too soon, but I can just, maybe I'm picking up this... Oh, sorry, I thought that stopped. Maybe I'm picking up this collective's frustration. But I think this collective, you have every right, because I think it's just been repressed for so long. Let it out. Let it out so you can find the balance, right? Now they're in depression. They're in depression over these misunderstandings, tears. Now they're going over the loss, the heartbreak. Again, this collective, it's because you're finding strength energetically. You ain't chasing this person energetically no more. You're seeing them as a disaster, right? Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on in this person's life. I'm being called to get my crow deck. Where's my crow deck? Hold on. It's funny. I was getting called to get my crow deck, but then my wild unknown, and there's a reason I've gone for this. I don't think you really understand. Because again, all the unanswered questions, I don't think you've ever really understood what was going on in their life. I'm hearing that, what it would be like to be a fly on the wall. Maybe you've thought that. But this deck, this world unknown, it's majority black and white with just pops of colour, right? And I feel this person, maybe they're just starting to see a bit of the colour in this situation. Hold on, let's see. What are they going through right now? What's this person going through? Three of Cups in reverse. So there is other people's influence around them. Third-party friction. Oh, be careful. Hold on, let's get a couple more. Clearly destined for them. Okay. This is good. World's here. Six of Pentacles in reverse. They're definitely not feeling valued. I think there's something being illuminated with external friction in their life, family, friends, situationship, whatever it is. Now, we've got the Magician here. So I do think this person has a very powerful mind, and I just think there's a lot of things here that are unfolding in this person's life where they themselves were ignoring their intuition. Now, I don't normally like to say this Magician is a manipulator, trickster. I think he's the manipulator of universal energy, and that's why the power of his mind is so important. He's also a problem solver, right? Now, I do think that it's not that this person is manipulating right now. I think they're seeing through manipulation, but I think they're in problem-solving energy. They've got a world here, right? World is only granted when we move on from the shit. We only get a world when we've completed something out, right? Now, this Four of Pentacles, a very possessive mind frame, a lot, and it comes from scarcity, right? Creature of habit, this one. Lacks so much mindfulness, holds everything back really close to his chest, right? So scared to lose. And I do think this person is in, especially being a middle row. For us to learn these qualities, we need a reflection, right? This is why people come into our life, to make us self-aware of our destructive behavior, also our extreme things in our shadow and the things that we lack, to balance out. And people will also be drawn in for inspiration of who we can become, right? Now, for this person, especially to be going through a world, this Magician energy, Six of Pentacles in reverse, everything that this person would do to others that they were self-unaware about, right? Repeating time and time again, I think it's being reflected back to them, because I think they're feeling manipulated right now in life. But let's be real. This person, sorry to say, they're presenting a little bit of a master manipulator themselves, right? This Three of Cups in reverse, I think this person's sick of being influenced by others. I think they're sick of not feeling valued in life, especially for all their efforts, the lack of reciprocity, the lack of equal give and take in their life, right? But again, that middle row in your first deck, where would my life be like? What would my life be like right now if I was with collective? The engagement, then them running to marriage, they like you, wanting to date again, whatever that row was, right? They are only now just starting to see how they don't like feeling this way, because it's being reflected back at them. And this is why I say self-unaware people scare me, because they can treat people like this, but as soon as it's given back to them, they play the victim. They blame, they don't like it. But they walk day in, day out, treating people how they do not like to be treated, right? Hurt people, hurt people. So saving grace here is this world energy. And this Magician, whatever's coming in, it's been destined. It's part of their glowing threads. It's part of their wake-up call. But let's confirm. I think they feel so caged in life. King of Pentacles in reverse. Ew. Sorry. This person's making me spicy. Stubborn, ungrounded. This could come from a fatherly figure or an earth sign, or someone very dominant. Broken dominance though, very wounded masculine. Quite manipulative as well. Again, maybe your person's very easily impressionable with the world around him, the people around them. Maybe there's someone that really constantly seeks that outside acceptance and admiration, loves a bit of an ego massage, right? Good thing I have to say, this, you didn't get Girl Boy with a Snake, or the snake wanted to come out, but it went back in. You didn't have around your heart space this kind of interference, so this could be them breaking free from interference. But I do think this first row, this affected your dynamic in the past, right? Because whatever, and I say it's funny how the universe works, whoever this energy was that they're going through destruction with now, this is why they would be reflecting on decisions with you, because this person would have interfered. So now that this person, shit's going down the wazoo, who's going to come up? Collective. Where would my life be? Why did I listen to this? They're feeling manipulated right now. Oh God, all the delays, the uncertainty, Hanged Man in reverse, how this has been stalled. Even questioning, why is my life like this? Still playing a little bit of the victim here. How they were playing games. This person feels, like I said, very trapped in life right now. But we do have world here. This is sad though, because Hanged Man upright, it calls for, I always say it's not here, it's just stuck. It feels like manifestations have been stuck in their life. But it calls for self-sacrifice, self-reflection, right? Going deep within, letting go of things that do not serve us. Once we really start to create change, we have those epiphanies, those aha moments, start releasing certain things. Comes off his tightrope and he lets the magic come flooding through, right? It's no longer blocked. It's not a abundant thread being blocked by things that need to be removed and sacrificed for this manifestation to flourish, right? The fact that it's in reverse, I don't think this person, I think they're still a little bit blinded here. I'm going to be honest. Or it could be them now understanding, because I wasn't seeing this, because I wasn't going through self-reflection and sacrifice, I've blocked, where would my life be, aka collective, watch from the beginning, I've blocked everything that I truly wanted, but still a little bit victim. They're going through this internally, but they're not voicing it, right? Oh, you're not going to believe what just flipped. Maybe I'm being a bit hard. Opening up your heart, it'll help you attract more love. I do think this person is starting to open up. I do think that. But I'm still on the fence. We've got to get universe's perspective. All right. Because I think this is still them holding back with scarcity. Star in reverse, lack of direction, hopelessness, despair, fear, right? This, remember I said this person would be I got to get those emotion cards. They'd be nervous, hanging their head in shame, right? Ace of Wands in reverse, things bubbling under the surface, not knowing what way to go. This mind frame, not good for them, because they got spy twice. I always say how I see that, Lord of the Rings, Gollum over the ring, my precious, just so possessive and obsessed, right? That mind frame for this person gets them in trouble. This person would lack, and because of that lack of confidence, the insecurities, they never have the right direction in life. They just feel sorry for themselves. Be a long sufferer. World. That's good. They're coming into center with whatever this world is. That's perfect pair, especially with King of Cups, because this does make us feel emotionally whole. Through that success and that completion and accomplishment, we start to find that emotional center. We start to find a release. Do I think this person, look at the cards around it, right? I think this is what this energy is meant to create for them, right? And it makes sense with why they would be reflecting on not feeling valued and Do I think they're in this just yet? No, I don't think so. But I think this is what this world is meant to create for them. As soon as they can get this one upright and start making the right decisions and go within and start having some self-sacrifice to create change. This person would have really bad habits but again, it's that victim mentality. I always say victim mentality is poison. If you don't like certain aspects of yourself or life, change it. Go to start changing it. Don't just sit there feeling sorry for yourself, because things won't change. Talk about it all the time. You want change, create change. If you're doing the same thing day in and day out, especially a magician's mind, they say, oh, be positive, you'll call it in. It's the same with negativity. I'd say this for my divines. When you're just in constant negativity, you're in separation frequency. You're just longing, craving, scared, nothing. That's all you're putting out in the universe. Hopefully, this makes this person start creating change. At least they want to feel whole again. But I'll tell you this, and I say this to my feminines all the time, love is not your completion. It's a compliment. This person's looking at collective. As I get with collective, all my worries are going to go away. They're seeing you as completion, right? They're seeing you as two of cups. You're going to, like, the way they're seeing you, you can see this person doesn't know how to appreciate love. Because I say this to you feminines, when you look at someone as completing you, you become the most critical lover. Because when they don't put a smile on your face, when they're making you, you just become critical. You notice all the faults, right? Because there's too much dependence on this person making you happy. When you can make yourself happy, when you love the life you've created, when you look around and think, you know what, I love my routine, I'm financially independent, I can take care of myself, I can do what I want when I want, and you get to the point, if someone does not add to my table, they're not allowed around my table. When you can get there with confidence, you start to realize love anyone, it's meant to complement your life, it's meant to add to your life, it's not your be all and end all. And this person is still in the mind frame right now, well, just starting to see this situation this way, but anyway, that you are their be all and end all and will help them out of this emotion. So what are they going to do? Because they're still avoidant. Be critical. Every time you make them feel uneasy or anxious or this, they're going to be explosive. They're going to be triggered. They haven't really healed themselves. But this being here, what they're going through right now is meant to accelerate it, right? They're healing. It's meant to make them feel whole. It's meant to make them want more out of life, right? Oh, I was talking to myself. I was getting way too passionate. I'm just going to quickly touch on what I was saying. This is why words are not enough. You need to see consistency and put yourself in this position, right? When you were seeing love as a completion, like it was going to take all your worries away. And this collective, watch the whole thing, you did for a long time. It's only now you're just starting to take the glasses off, right? You can swear black and blue with every single might, every single being of yourself. I'll never do that again. I love you. I'm da-da-da-da-da. But until you heal it, you become that critical, judgmental lover, right? It's not that this person wants to hurt you anymore. I just don't think they know how to love properly because they don't view love the way love should be viewed. Anyway, sorry, I always say it, I'm so protective over you guys because it just destroys hearts. It destroys hearts. And then you feel bamboozled, you feel strung along, you feel like it was all a lie. And it was never all a lie. This person just didn't know how to feel properly, right? Good. That's probably their best card. They're ready to lock in and not listen to others. 7 of Wands. Get to the top of their Mount Everest. Not backing down from their needs and wants anymore. It's that in that other deck. It's my life. Haters are gonna hate, liberate. That card. That's good. This 6 and 6, 6 of Cups in reverse now. So they are going through nostalgia. They are wanting to return from the past because of so it is making them reflect on how they undervalued you. That's good. That's how they didn't appreciate you. How they didn't know what they had when they had it, right? Which means everything. This is why they're going through nostalgia and reminiscing because people are treating them how they treated you and they're finally starting to see it, right? There is a transition happening, but the biggest thing I'm hearing, and I've said it a few times, they still feel sorry for themselves. Just remember that. One more. Oh, look at all the kings here. So we've got King of Swords in reverse, King of Pentacles, and they'd be calculating right now. Strategizing. Cold, ruthless energy, that one. This is either someone connected to them or they're reflecting on their behavior here, because they would have been cold. They would have been controlling here, trying to control the outcome of this. Drunk on power, right? Very imbalanced power dynamic. And they'll be seeing that in their life as well, how they're being controlled. This ain't a nice card. And back to this Magician. If they think they've got people manipulating and being calculating around them, that they're being easily influenced by others. Again, they're being held a reflection of their soul right now. And I always say lessons are hard to see in others because they're normally, every time we miss the lesson, every 2-year cycle, at first the people that come in, they only reflect it very softly, right? But I always say as those 2-year cycles go on and we're not self-aware, we're not breaking free from the cycles, the lessons get harder and harder. The losses, we get grander blessings, but far greater losses when we lose those. It's to wake us up in life, right? I always say it's through the storms we evolve. Now, I feel this person, they've had many chances. Different meat suits get sent to them, but all reflecting things that they need to change. And I think as the people have come and gone, the lessons and the far bigger. I always say to you guys, you could present something 1% that you need to be self-aware of, right? 1%, not as extreme as someone's reflecting it, but the more you miss it, right? Those examples 100 times more reflective and painful, right? To finally make the penny drop. I hate being treated like this. Oh, wait a minute. I do that, but I do it like this. I do it like that. Oh my God, I need to change that, right? Right, collective, this will make sense. I think this person's finally met their match, right? This is why I say karmics. You should be thanking the karmics. We all give different lessons. Soul connections, karmics, divines. Without karmics, they're needed. Give them thanks. Because I think this person, like I just said, met their match. And that 3 of Swords for you, that was in reverse, but remember they're going over the pain here. And now wanting to reconcile, knowing what needs to be healed, right? Thank the karmics. Okay, let's get universe's perspective and then see what's coming next here. I want to get this person's true intentions. All right. And their emotions. Let's see if it's really genuine. Anyway. Strength. And I've said it, if even this person sees you in your strength, sees you shining in that strength. And I keep saying to this, it's like you're trying to hold on to every fiber of strength to fight this temptation. The universe is saying to you, remember who you, oh my God, and you've got the reconciliation. Oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. But you need strength over it. If it's time, they'll lock in. If it's meant for you, it'll not pass you by. Do not lack your confidence here. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. This collective, your mind frame right now, and it might be a bit extreme and it might be a bit coming from a place of, I actually think for this collective, that mind frame is finally working for you. You will find balance in it. I think you've been overly compassionate and nice for so long that you've repressed. You're letting it out. You're letting the steam out right now, right? You're clearly a beautiful soul, but you just need to let the steam out. You will come into balance with your emotion. But till that steam is let out and you're back in control, female magician, taming the ferocious hurricane within, stay firm. Don't give in to the magnetic pull. You've got reconciliation here. I'm going to have to see what confirms it, but I just can't physically see how it's time for this collective with the theme of everything. But this card, happy harmony, but you have to be in a harmonious energy first, right? A gift, reconciliation, love, expressive emotion, and I'd be waiting for that. Remember, right now they've got the spy and the presenting emotionally unavailable, but to communicate. If you can watch the whole thing, but it clearly takes you, oh, it's still going, be strong right now. But warmth will come. Number 9, 89 could be an important year, or 8th of the 9th, 9th of the 8th birthday wise. Maybe you just bought beautiful flowers like that. Why am I actually seeing like that kind of bouquet in someone's home right now? Oh, God. You got the owl. You could have just heard an owl hooting as well. I'm seeing an owl on a fence right now. Or they could be a sign for you. Owls are actually moon animals. So we have 12 moon animals. So if you see owls a lot or you resonate with them, they could be your guide, right? But seeing through the facade, secrets about to be lifted, but you need to be wise and aware. About to explore the unknown. Trust. This is about knowing what's going on, but trust what you're feeling. Number 16, 16th of September could be important. Oh, truth. And another card of illumination, but remember you are someone exceptional. First card being strength. Remember that magical, powerful self, right? You are amazing. And remember, I always say this, you're not special because other people say you are. It's because you truly are. Who cares about the validation and the words? Believe in yourself. More self-discovery, light codes, fire within. And again, someone exceptional. 16th of the 11th. Oh, you got it. This is softening me a little bit. You've got 3 of them. Go to your bookshelf. If this whole reading has resonated with you, go to your bookshelf, see what you're drawn to, turn to page 10, 26, or both. See what that first line is. That's a message from your angels to give you something you need to hear from this reading, and write it in the comments. It's always so magical how it lines up with the reading. But 26th of October, but things that were hidden. You're going through the remembering the memories for a reason right now, but mysteries are about to unfold, secrets, the unknown. You could be writing a book or creating I'm seeing tarot cards or oracle cards, or you could just be creating something amazing right now as well. But this is a card of intellect. And maybe this situation, I had a collective yesterday, and we normally have a theme. They need to move with logic, not emotion. And again, strength being your first card. Wait till you find the logic in the situation and your emotion isn't guiding this, right? Okay. Strength. Leo could be an important sign. Into the birds. The lightning. This first row, and in your very first deck. Wow. Whatever this is coming, strength, you need to find center, right? Aha moment, discovery, breakthrough. Look at all the reveals. You've got 4 cards here of things are about to be revealed. Your very first card was that lightning, right? But what did we just say? Everything we say is for logic, not emotion. It's going to take time to find balance. Breakthrough, reveal, enlightenment, illumination, epiphany. Number 26, 26. Okay. Reconciliation. I'm on the fence with this one. I just can't see how you can look at everything that's about to come to surface. You ain't just going to jump. I always say you can't go from a 10 of swords to a 10 of cups. That ain't realistic, right? Oh, God. What's going to confirm this? You got magician. Oh, whatever's destined's destined. That's blown me away. Communication, manifestation coming in. Thoughts becoming a reality. Rapid action, inspired action. 2nd of the 9th, 9th of the 2nd. Oh, God. This is being guided by universal magic right now. Let's get one more. Oh my God. You've got the anchor here. It's going to take time. I'm sticking to it for this collective. There is a reason you're going over what you're going over, right? But stability, endurance, perseverance, solid security. But remember we said that needs to be shown to you by action, not words. How can you see if someone's perseverant or they're going to give you security, they're going to create something solid and long lasting with words? That ain't, you got the words in the past and look what happened, right? Look for anchor energy. Is it grounding me? Is it feeling secure and solid? Again, that takes time, right? Especially if it's destined. Surrender it. Let it unfold. This owl. Oh gosh, it's on target. So there's that Cupid's arrow. But you are going to need to be focused and implement a strategy, right? So it's not just reacting off impulse. 16th of January. Illuminate. Oh God, these are good cards. I've got to soften up a little bit. These are good cards. These are good cards. And it's funny because you got communicate, not confession. And let's be real, this looks like more. Look at all these illumination secrets unfolding. Clearly the way they come in, they're wanting forgiveness and compromise. So tarot is going to be interesting. This is the universe's perspective. So it comes out. But maybe it's not done in a very, I always say confession comes off very, kind of that king, queen, very forthright. I think there's gentleness here. But you've got transformation, renewal through the restlessness, the change. This collective, one of your biggest details, the pregnancy, the birth, right? The lost pregnancy. Don't make it fit. But maybe this is what activated your gifts. I always say people think that, especially in the divine community, because once they leave, a lot of you guys go through your kundalini, right? But it's a life full of trauma. It's the last bit of trauma your soul can take. Your brain fuses out, right? But everyone thinks, oh no, it's my... No, it was your life, right? You've been through hell and back probably more times than you can count on one hand, right? I say even a loss of a child, a loss of someone near and dear to you can activate that through that last bit of death experiences, just very severe things. This collective, you didn't just lose the person you saw as your soul. You lost a child. You went through you lost everything, right? So this makes so much sense. Your activation... You found your magic, you found your light codes, you found it all through this energy, right? But I do think that with everything around it, doesn't mean you need to soften on your outlook, because it wasn't just because you lost them and they're your divine, right? You lost everything. Don't give them credit for your evolution, this collective. Your evolution came from your life. Yeah, they gave you fires, multiple of them, the hammer. They're not to be credited for who you are today. Remember that. 17th of November. Oh, there's that Hanged Man. So it was never not 10-10. It was never not there. It was stuck. But right now, inspiration, your spirituality, your intuition, your psychic abilities, your dream state, more enlightenment is happening for you right now with whatever's about to unfold. The angel message you get is going to be a very beautiful one about trusting what you feel, right? Another one of secret. Holy moly. And the crow. And remember, I wanted to get the crow deck. Just be careful. Be prepared for anything here. That's clearly a magician energy for you. You don't need to worry about it. See the effort. Keep putting yourself first, okay? Because it's the first time in your whole dynamic you're starting to put yourself first, this collective. You're not blinded by no labels. You're not blinded by you are starting to truly see, I genuinely want to heal myself. I need to put myself first. Keep on that path. If they have capability for this and it's destined for you, they will lock in. They will show you this, but it will take time. And you guys need that time to build trust again. I say this for all you guys. You can't build trust overnight from a broken foundation. That takes a lot of time. Without trust, you won't get nowhere with no one. Trust is needed in every dynamic in your life. Family, friends, work, love. Otherwise, what's the point of having them around you, right? Especially true divines, your mind, your seers, your oracles. You read the room or you're in a conversation, you're 10 steps ahead of everything. Your mind's like this. You need to have people around you that you can trust to the core. This is why true spiritualists, you're lucky to count on one hand, lucky true people that you can turn to. Very hard to find people like that in life. All right, I'm going to cleanse. I'm going to get this person. Okay, let's see this person's true emotion towards you right now. That would make sense, that overwhelmed. Okay. It's very challenging. They feel extremely emotional, stressed, burden. It suddenly hit them hard. Suddenly hit their heart. Suddenly hit them hard. They're feeling like they're unable to cope right now. Suspicious. Maybe this is why they're watching you. And their curiosity. But they're feeling restricted. I don't think it's feeling restricted by life. I think it's by their actions and behavior, because that's been a big kind of energy I was feeling from them, not knowing how to move forward with what's been done. This says limited options. It does say something's in their way. They did get that 3 of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse. But remember this part, and I said there's nothing externally really affecting this right now. I feel it could be on the verge of exiting that situation, but I think it's restricted again because of their behavior. It says blocked. Maybe you have them blocked. It wouldn't surprise me for this collective. Or they could have been childish and blocked you, and unblocking you kind of, it's just a, they're feeling bullied. Why? Criticized, degraded. It could be with what this collective's going through. You could have given this person some hard truths to swallow. Remember your part. I said this feels like you're disgusted, right? It's made them uncomfortable, but let's be real. This dynamic we're picking up, it wouldn't surprise me if this person has said some things from a silly place to this collective. Let's get one more. There's nothing here about regret or they know they have a big decision. The biggest feeling I was getting from them is their nerves. I'm going to be honest. They know they need to make a choice. They're deliberating. They're unsure of what to do next. They are reflecting, which you can see they're in deep reflection, but is it for the right reasons? One more. They could be thinking how they abandoned you, but I think they've got fear of rejection, right? Maybe that you've given up on them, you've left them behind, they're feeling unwanted, you're doing things without them now, you don't care anymore. abandonment issues. Maybe they're feeling undesired, but that's definitely how this person made you feel. Watch the whole thing. I'll get one more. I think they're more worried. Universe's part was nice. That's not good. They're possessive over you, so they still feel like they have a claim over you. You're mine, wanting to control this. You're activating their jealousy. Maybe with whatever they're spying on, watching, there's some things really starting to activate them. It's talking to myself. The possessive card came out, and it was just a double confirmation. On that card it says watching, looking, supervising, and you got the spy card that came out twice as well. This person's watching you like a hawk. And then happy was at the bottom of the deck, and I said maybe the reason their jealousy is getting activated, because that possessive card had jealous on it too, is that you're presenting very happy. So they're just thinking that, again, you've moved on. I'm being called to get these for some reason. I never use these. Oh my God, fixation at the bottom. Truth, watching you like a hawk. Feeling trapped, obsession and compulsion, confronting their shadow. I never get these. There's a reason I went for that. Be careful of the manipulative behavior. They have deep set fears, that Four of Pentacles. I just want to see just a couple for this person, and we'll get their intention next. Oh, my hair's stuck. Limited. Maybe there is something about restrictions, but I think they're making it up in their head. I think they're just making a mountain out of a molehill. Efforts may be scattered. They're reassessing their goals. A relationship, is it worth my time and effort? Oh, that's terrible. But that could be that King of Pentacles that in reverse, that Three of Cups, trying to get through their stubborn mindset, their ego. Number 75, 7th of the 5th, 5th of the 7th. They know they need to be intelligent. So that King of Cups activating in that world. That's good. Which means this collective, you'd be very quick-witted. Not much would be able to get past you. If they know they need to move with intelligence with you, just words of flattery and talking to myself. It's just started since I reading this person. They've been banging your head against a brick wall. They know hard work will pay off. This says watchful. It's like every deck, they're just like over you right now. Bursting with new ideas, that Ace of Wands in reverse, so many different directions, things are bubbling underneath the surface. They have fresh eyes now. Their eyes have been open. Investigator. This person, little detective right now. 52, one more. This is a Virgo card. This says, oh no, that's not a sign. Sorry, I never use these. Thinking of the sweet life, where their life would be, part 1. Just one more. Oh, well, that's them. Low class. Sorry, I do think they'd be going over the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. They're not feeling very valued for the efforts they put in life. It wouldn't surprise. I don't want to say low class. That's a bit. But they have a lackful mindset. They live in the past. They think they don't deserve better. That's sad. We were talking about the victim mentality for their part. Some of these are really brutal. I'm not even going to say them. But this does say very irrational right now. Maybe this is why they're trying to find a logical approach to the whole situation and spying so much. I want one more. Capricorn energy. We've got a lot of earth here. I think they are trying to ground. And number 3. I think they miss free-flowing emotion. I think this is why they're being so hard on themselves. Magical but trickster. The Magician. Just be careful. I do think they're really genuinely wanting to have that communicate, the compromise, forgive, work it out. But I feel this person is stuck in their head. Gemini, double Gemini here. They want to go with the flow. They're trying to practice patience. They're trying to feel sure and positive, but they know they need to find balance and moderation, not allowing negativity to affect them right now. Make sense with their life, right? Power to create a strong connection. They know they need to use their skill set. That's a bit alarming. Resourceful potential. Draws people in and secretive. Be careful. Mixed bag. And that says deception at the bottom. Watch the whole reading. Okay. I'm going to get their intention and then just a couple of divine truth cards, their feelings. Let's see if there's been some form of activation in them. And then we'll get tarot. You didn't. And those two are such a twinny pairing because of the societal issues. This is their intention. They're seeing you as a Two of Cups. But you got twin flame here. But the difficult differences. So religious, spiritual factors, age gap, marriages, sexuality. There's something here, you guys, obstacles that there's a lot of opinions about that they're reflecting on. 12 and 24, 24th of the 12th, you could be a collective. Christmas time was really painful, even if it wasn't this, like you had a cycle around Christmas, or you could be a Christmas Eve baby as well, or this person could be. Our differences drove us apart. It angered me that you, I was about to say we, so I'm going to stick with that. We didn't understand where each other were coming from. I do think there's more compromise in that outlook. It still pains me we can't come to an agreement even though we love each other so much. Twin flames. I recognize our connection was intense and it still burns my soul. It's a connection that can never be. I think they're just more, because I wanted to get the divine truth to see if they've been activated. Until you're activated, this journey just sounds like rubbish, right? So there's clearly, they know the power of this connection. That's good. They're starting to work on themselves. I'm working on myself every day. I hope to improve spiritually and emotionally to become, maybe this is why they're spying on you as well. Better person that deserves you. I'm slowly moving forward in my life and I hope to reunite with you one day. True divines, you talk about this stuff. So maybe that as well. It's like they have a thirst for knowledge. Number 31. Okay, Gemini energy. This is underneath the difficult differences. I wasn't always there for you when you needed me the most. They're definitely reflecting on that because that's what's going on in their life right now. Instead of trying to comfort you, I would jump ship because I couldn't deal with my emotion, let alone yours. Like I said in that first deck, at least they're starting to understand running behavior tore this apart, the engagement, where they're starting to understand that. Doesn't mean they're completely healing it though. They're trying to, which is good. Number 84. Whoa. Well, we know that. They're wanting forgiveness. To compromise, work it out. Forgiveness underneath twin flame. Not understanding the power of this connection sooner. I'm seeking your forgiveness even if I can't utter the words right now. And remember, that's the biggest thing I'm feeling. This collective, it's like this person's going to touch it. Watch the whole thing so I don't need to repeat myself with those purple cards. I don't think their first approach, they're going to say much at all. I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to also forgive myself for treating you unfairly, but I am hoping I can quiet my guilt. One more for they're still juggling their life. Be careful. Remember that anchor energy with the Magician. It's very important. They're still juggling. I'm just going to get a couple of divine truth cards and we're going to get tarot. Hold on. Okay. Oh, that was secrets that wanted to come out. Universe's part. You got like 5 cards about secrets. Oh gosh. All right. One more, 2 more. Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, we know they've got butterflies right now. I kept thinking this person's nervous. Bricks. That's good. Regretting their past actions and realizing letting you go was a huge mistake. Completely believe that card for this collective. That's good. This is what's shocking me in this reading, because the feeling I'm getting from this person, it's just not aligning with the cards. Maybe that anchor reconciliation energy is coming. You got divine masculine here. Again, just trust in it. If they're going to lock in, they're going to lock in. Like I said in that part, when someone's locked in, there's not one obstacle that will stand in their way, right? It's here. Unless this is just what they think that they're gonna do, but I don't know. It's weird. This reading's weird. Aware and awakened to their divine calling, ready to take action, protect and provide. Maybe, but confused. I'm confused. I am confused. Again, they've got so many nice cards that are coming out, but I don't know. This energy's odd. I don't know whether I want to be friends or lovers, or if I'm even ready. So this doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I'm still sticking with what I've said. Angry. I think they're angry with their life right now. They probably think you're angry. It's collective. I wouldn't even say angry. Like I said in your part, this makes me feel like you're disgusted, right? With what you've excused. This person's given themselves too much credit, thinking that they've got that hold of emotion over you. My third eye can never forget what my heart has seen and the true love I feel for you. This confused. That doesn't make sense. Hold on. I don't think it's that blurb. What's this confused? Please confirm the damage. Will you take them back? Will you listen? The abandon. Will you reject them? Because of everything they've done, right? I've got to get message cards too. This is going to be such a long reading. Oh. Maybe how to approach you. This is that it's on. I see you looking good and moving on. Blah, blah, blah. And that possessive card came out. Maybe as well they're confused on how to come through because of the damage that they've caused. Because that's one of the biggest feelings I'm getting, the nerves from this person. One more. Because you're special to them. You're truly divine. I've never felt an energy like yours before, and I can't get enough of it. Well, we know that this person is literally stalking you. One more. Unfinished business. The theme of this whole reading. They still listen to... Well, we know that. This is about listening to music you shared, but I think this person listens to everything. Because you're perfection to them. That confusion is more how to come forward. So they're not really divine masculine. And I said it with that spy card. They were really divine masculine energy. They wouldn't be watching from the sidelines, that's for sure. Worried about you rejecting them or not. Wanting to fix it. They'd be banging down your bloody door. Anyway, let's confirm these. Butterflies. Oh, they're kidding. As I said, banging down your door. They want to be your knight in shining armor. I want to show you what real love is. Oh my gosh. I want to protect your heart and show you everlasting love. Remember this collective. This person promised you the world and then left without saying boo. So just be careful. That's a big thing here about words. Watch from part 1. Oh, that's beautiful. I can't not, because I actually think true divine's you. Oh, so under this regretting their past at the moonlight. They find you in the night sky. And frequency. Remember I said it's because they think they can feel you more than ever. It's because you've pulled your energy back. But now they think you're in alignment and, oh, God. And this is what happens to you guys when you first activate. You guys think you're thinking the same, because they're trying to avoid, run, right? So you just want them more and more and more. That's the power of energy. We spoke about it in part 1, part 2. Divine Masc is stressed. So they're not. That's why they're stressed. Because they know they need to be this. Like I said, it's just a bit... Okay, and how to come forward with the expression extroverted. That confirms those feelings. That's good. At least we got one. So by watching you, you nourish their mind, body, and soul. Moving towards you with confidence, ready to show you how much they love you. They know they need to be confident here. Oh, there it is. Nervous. Because they're worried you will be angry with everything they've done. Watch from part 1. You make me feel nervous. Oh, it's not even that. I just think this person, of course they're going to feel nervous because of, again, the damage. Hold on. I want to get a couple of message cards because I'm seeing that. How will you ever forgive the mess I've made? Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to get a couple of these. A few. And then we'll get tarot. Oh, victim. I was hurt by you. Just be careful. I did this because you did this is the first thing I heard. Well, we know that. They're stuck in visions of you guys together where your life would be leading right now if this stuff didn't happen. Emotions still overwhelm them. That's why they're trying to find that intelligent approach right now. You know what I just heard? Which is odd because, like I said, I've had a bit of taste in my mouth for this person. I just heard then, because of everything that they're about to say, watch a whole thing. They could be saying, I held on for this for so long I was blinded. I was blaming you and I wasn't seeing my faults in this. I heard that. So if they're stuck in visions and how they weren't seeing their emotion because they weren't emotionally aware because of how much it overwhelmed them, that could actually be them saying, I was never seeing this right. Right? It could be. How could you ever forgive the mess? That's the card. I think it's the not seeing it right. The mess that they've made. How could you ever forgive the mess that I've made? That's regret. That's not them saying, oh, da-da-da. That's them reflecting. I think they feel guilt. Because I'm going back to what they're going through in their life and how they're starting to become aware of their behavior, right? Blocked. There is something here about blocked because I brought that up with that possessive card. I don't know if we're still recording. And I said, maybe you've got them blocked, right? Or they could have you blocked as well. And they're just in themselves. Again, they're so nervous. It's dark without you. And it just started raining as soon as it's all too much. And the passion, yeah, they're just overwhelmed. The passion, the intensity, the emotion. This is why they're watching you so much. How I wish I could be different. That's good. Because when we want to change, we do change. So at least they know they need to start making some better decisions in their life. That's good. Okay, let's get tarot. So again, their next action, that purple deck, it'll be telling because anyway, what the universe is advising you to do and what your potential outcome can be. You know what I just realized? My unknown deck that I got for them, it's literally split here on the lovers. I just noticed that. It was like that. That's good. This is a beautiful lovers card as well. The rainbow, the telepathic connection. Anyway. All right. Oh, we split it on the star. Nice. Okay, their next action towards you. Oh, there it is. No, so they're going to come in. It's going to be very dry. That they're going to feel the waters first because they're so nervous. They're being calculating. They're trying to control the situation. They're trying to control getting hurt. First, whatever comes first, don't budge. Do not budge. Watch the whole thing. King of Swords in reverse. They're reflecting on this in their life right now, and they're still going to move forward that way. And it's because they're scared. I would just wait for that anchor energy, right? Trying to control this. They're trying to keep the power in the dynamic, not ready to put their cards on the table. One more for that. So they have Hierophant potential. They're just trying to control that. This makes sense with this is why I'm getting a funny feeling from. This is why they feel off. This makes sense, especially with the Universe's card. So they have the power of this within them. They're scared. They're scared. So if you can just stay strong, this will come out. Maybe they are ready to lock in. Maybe that divine masculine is truly activating in them. And you keeping silent, they're so worried right now that you, remember the possessive, that you might be moved on, that you're going to abandon them. I think once they finally walk into that fire and feel that that's what's happening, they're going to push through it, right? And they're going to act. They're just so scared, Four of Pentacles, that all of that is going to happen to them. But once they're in that fire, they're going to want to soothe it. Instead of retreating this time, where this collective, they always retreat. You need to trust. Stay strong. I'm just here for advice. But it just shows that's their calculating mask, right? They have this within them, but they need to push it out of them. You can't make them. There's not one word you can say. If you don't go for another cycle, watch it. I always say watch the whole thing, but this collective, you have to watch this part. It makes so much. They're busting at the seams. You've got 5 cards about secrets being illuminated, mysteries unfolding. Anyway, just be patient. Oh my God, all the emotion will come out. The Empress, oh God, it'll flood, right? There's that date night, wanting to take you out, wanting to see you. You'll see divine feminine energy oozing out of them. The compassion, the understanding, connection to their higher self, emotionally, like you will see it. This is your test. And the reason they do this is because they see you like this. They hold you on a pedestal, but it doesn't mean their behavior and their mask because of insecurities you need to excuse anymore, right? Wait till the emotion flows. Okay. I think they're going to talk about how they've been really stuck in limbo, that hanged man in reverse with the Magician, how they've just been putting on a tough front. I don't want to say faking happiness, but it's that saving face. I genuinely think this person is going to bring up, remember the emotion card, after walking away from this, they just weren't accepting how much it was affecting them. They were doing X, Y, and Z to distract themselves, and they realized they've just been stuck since this, that they should never have walked away. They shouldn't have listened. Whoever that King of Pentacles is in reverse with that 3 of Cups in reverse, I think this person, it's a cycle it affects that dynamic in their life affects so many things in their life, not just this connection. That would be a replaying thing because that person needs to be severed, right? So whoever that person is has stopped your person from a lot of good opportunities, and they're just starting to realize it. 2 of Cups, and they see you like that now, right? This is a card of reconciliation, this deck. Harmony, reconciliation, wanting this. So they're coming through wanting to fix it. Hierophant, Empress, being honest about the walk away. This 2 of Cups, but they're just scared less. So they're going to approach like this. Silence. Silence. Don't budge. This is why you're reflecting on what's been done. This collective, you're seeing this. Tower, 9 of Wands in reverse. What else was it? Again, watch the whole thing. There's a reason. The universe is making you remember. Truly, so you can have strength. This will come out, right? Anyway, advice. Ace of Pentacles, slow and steady. That's a miracle card for me. This has potential. Okay. Wow. Queen of Cups, Five of Wands in reverse. I feel kind of both ways. You could have harmony and solution here, but once this starts to come out, right? You need to be soft. You need to be in feminine energy yourself, but once you start to see, you will your psychic ability, your emotion you'll know in the moment. I always tell you guys, it's like you just get this knowing, because it's different than anything before. They lock in, you can feel it. I always say your body is your biggest sign, your emotion, right? When this comes, you'll start to feel safe. You won't feel anxious. You won't be pacing. You won't be checking your phone. Your body will tell you. Trust your body. That's my advice. You'll know exactly when to start creating solutions and harmonizing. And remember that reconciliation card. It said when you're in harmony, right? Huge confirmation. When you feel harmonious and balanced and you're feeling safe, that's all you need to know. And protect yourself till then. Protect yourself, boundaries, right? Until you feel safe. And just trust. Wow. I wouldn't move it too quick, but I do believe this collective, it will transform quite quick. That's my 8 love arrows when I'm reading, love. Not for you to shoot the 8 love arrows, but wait, right? Card of very good news. It all comes down to you. Just trust yourself. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. My advice, just wait till you're centered. And if you're having to think, am I centered yet? You're not. Right, collective, you'll know what I'm saying. And that's a big part. Don't let anxiety and fear lead the way, but wait till things are getting illuminated. That might be the key to when you start to feel, hold on, I can trust this, right? I think you need to wait for that. Anxiety and fear is leading? No. If safety, understanding, harmonized emotion, that's when you start focusing on solutions and moving forward. All right, outcome. Oh. Hold on. Oh. Okay, especially because that flew on to... This needs a very intelligent approach. Your outcome... This Ace of Swords in reverse, that's about blocked communication and missing information. There's something here about really needing confidence when it comes to the outcome of this. Hold on, I want one more for that. Oh. Just remember the pain, the revoked offers. Remember what was done in the past. This needs a very intelligent approach, especially how I've been feeling through this reading. It's like, this is beautiful, but again, that anchor energy, that takes time to prove, right? To get through this Knight of Cups horizontally, just remember, you went through a lot of pain here, a lot of heartbreak because of this situation. You need to be so intelligent. I normally say you shouldn't be looking for details, but if this is still blocked and it's feeling like things aren't being honest, that makes me think this collective, you are going to try and move forward even when you're not feeling harmony. It's like you're going to try and rush putting solutions in when you shouldn't, because the outcome of this, from what I feel, this collective, maybe you rush. remember that part in their perspective. And I said, it's not that they don't genuinely feel like, are they healed enough? They promised you the world before. They didn't know they were going to run, but they did it because they weren't healed, right? Just be careful, because this makes me think now you're going to actually end up rushing, 8 of Wands, while you still have a bit of fear here. Because the outcome is you being a little detective, right? Lack of trust. Am I going to get my heart broken again? Are they just being a charismatic Casanova? Are they healed enough? It's like they're saying this situation needs confidence. So that means I think you both are lacking confidence. If this is truly divine, you're reflecting this in the outcome. You're not trusting one another. I'm just going to be very honest. That's if you rush and just fall short. I'm going to be honest, that doesn't look good. They're leading with... Hold on, what if you guys just choose silence and wait for this Queen of Cups? Twin flame union, you got it. If you choose silence, you got the card. So that's collective. You're going to rush. You're going to rush. Don't rush. Don't lead with passion and desire. Don't be impulsive. If you guys cannot be impulsive and see the red flags and just wait till you're balanced, that's all it takes till you're not nervous, till you're this, you got the union card. But it all comes to you and moving with desire and temptation, which is collective you're working so hard on now. Watch from part 1. It's not just a test of them and confidence and to lock in and to show you they've been healing and to dedicate. It's a test for you to trust yourself. Don't put yourself back in this situation. You're not going to trust each other. It won't work. You're delaying the inevitable. This might take you some time. It's this collective. If you try and rush this while you're still feeling fear and anxiety, it is going to go down the wazoo. You're going to repeat a cycle and you're going to feel gullible. You'll feel silly. You'll feel that Queen of Cups in reverse. You'll feel extreme highs and lows. Beautiful approach. But remember, they're still coming in like this at first, so they can't be that healed. Let them dedicate. Let them lock in. Even if it takes a few weeks. And maybe don't rush seeing them. Don't rush seeing them until you feel confident to be able to do that without letting desire lead the way. Oh God, you got the lightning. That's come out however many times in this reading. Very quick moving energy. We know that. New moon, that's tonight. The little teapot, the brew. This is my brew, little witchy poo. Trust in the magician energy around this. Well, we know that communication, but is it the right communication? You got the little peach. You could be eating a peach, but you could have a nice little, this person could. White candle wax. All right, initials, LNDF, love heart, HPMH. All right. Dice. Birthdays, memories, angel numbers, 5th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 5th. Oh my God, you've got 6, 5, oh no, it's okay. 3rd of the 5th, 5th of the 3rd, 6th of the 5th, 5th of the 6th, you know what I'm trying to say. 2nd of the 3rd, 3rd of the 2nd, 6, 6, or 23rd of the 6th, 23rd of the 5th. 12 by itself, 2nd of the 6th, 6th of the 2nd, 18th of the 7th, 18th of the 6th, 18th of the 4th. All right, my loves. I love you guys. And have a good day.